Welcome back to Storrs, Connecticut, semifinal game number 2, Maryland and Northwestern. The winner will get Carolina in Sunday's championship game. The road to Storrs. First for the Wildcats, Suzanne. They had 2 tough ones in a shootout against Miami of Ohio in the first round. Peyton Halsey with a stroke in the 3rd quarter, and then Lauren Wattis with the game winner. And then on to Iowa, and then was, deja vu score-wise.
Well, they're not considered the cardiac cats for no reason, Leah. They like to keep things interesting. Back-to-back shootouts. They've had a couple of days to rest their legs. They're going to come out strong this evening.
Bette Bakers with a goal to tie it, and Garcia with a goal late for the game winner. For the Maryland Terrapins, their road to Storrs, defeating Liberty, a semifinalist a year ago. And for the Terps, they had been in this national semifinal a year ago, wanting to make it back to the national championship game. A hot-fought game against Syracuse as well. 3-2, Hope Rose with the deciding goal. The lineups for Northwestern coming in at 19-4. Keep an eye on that midfield play. Number 6 and number 8, Peyton Halsey, Maddie Zimmer, really keys in the middle of the field.
Yeah. And Annabelle Skubish for Northwestern, arguably the best goalkeeper in the country in cage for the Wildcats. She's got 99 saves on the season thus far. She has been the difference maker for the Northwestern defense. She holds down the fort. You see her save percentage, her goals against average, 19-4 on decisions this season. She is the real deal in goal for the Wildcats.
Great size in the goal between the pipes for the Wildcats. There you see the Maryland Terrapins and how they will roll this afternoon. Just an incredible lineup. DeBurdine, a key player in the midfield. Hope Rose, you can just go right down the list. A star-studded lineup for the Terps. And they are letting goal this afternoon at 10-1 on the season. Christina Calandra.
Yeah, Calandra has gotten the starting position as of late. We've seen a shift back and forth between the goalkeepers for the Terrapins. But again, Calandra getting the starts most recently. But both goalkeepers with key positions, Paige Keft taking down the strokes and shootouts for Maryland, but Calandra getting the in-game opportunities.
Calandra has only given up 12 goals on this season. Calandra back in goal. The Terps wearing the white jerseys or light colored jerseys today. They will take the pass back to start semifinal game number 2 in the long throw downfield, trying to pin the Wildcats back. Little cat and mouse early here. How much will the Wildcats overplay or stay at home defensively? Each team just trying to field each other out here and try to see who will overplay. Try to come and make some defense into some offense early on in this match. As the Terps get set to possess the ball, Suzanne, some of your blueprints to watch for them today?
Yeah, for Maryland, contesting every shot. They know that Northwestern has the ability to strike and has a lot of power to do so. So contesting every shot is their goal. Do not give Northwestern free looks at the goal. And space in their attacking third. These Terps are absolutely speedy, giving the ball handler space to maneuver the ball, and utilizing that off-ball movement inside the circle is mission critical for Maryland.
Leah Krause unable to control the ball. Krause coming over wearing number 9 for the Terps from Duke a year ago. And been a key piece as a graduate student, member of the U.S. national team.
Yeah, both Leah Krause and Danny Van Rootselaar have been excellent additions, grad transfers for the Terps.
Terps trying to start something. Held whistle. It'll be a quick movement inside here. Trying to work quickly. Van Rutselaar. Danny with some good size gets a shot off. And unable to connect for a deflection. And it'll be a hit coming out for the Wildcats. There's Missy Mahart. She just signed an extension, so she will be on for more than 35 seasons as the head coach of the Maryland Terrapins. 7-time national champion, 8 overall for Maryland. 9-time national coach of the year. Riley Donnelly, the nice pass straight ahead to Lon, who just can't connect. Lon, another player who came through and transferring in from Louisville.
Great vision there by Maryland to be able to see that ball up to Lon.
Quick passing. Both of these teams spend a lot of time in their warm-ups. Short pass games, just short passing drills, making some connections. Really solid. 2-touch and move along.
Maryland doing a really good job being patient, moving the ball laterally to be able to move the ball vertically down the field.
Riley Donnelly, just playing in her 20th game of the season. Donnelly wearing number 22 in white. She too was battling injuries, appendix. And Rutselaar showing her skill. Good size.
Maryland just doing a really good job controlling the tempo, possessing the ball, looking for those 45-degree balls, but they're not just looking forward, they're looking backward, keeping Northwestern shifting.
And the shift the other way is Van Rutselaar just a little bit too aggressive on the tackle back against Lauren Wattis. Wattis has just really progressed nicely for the Wildcats. Number 2 in purple. And as we get set, and Wattis and her teammates get set defensively, some of your blueprints for the Wildcats this afternoon.
Yeah, simple connection and compact defense. For simple connection, Northwestern has the wheels to play at high speed. They are extremely fast on the outside, and they do the small, simple passes to eliminate Maryland's pesky defenders. That's going to help give them the edge. So simple connections, specifically on the outside, the sidelines of the field, and then compact defense. Northwestern knows that Maryland has a lot of firepower, so staying organized, staying compact, shifting together, and while specifically not giving up corners, is going to be crucial for Northwestern.
Nearly in the circle there were the Wildcats. They do retain possession, but have to come back out. Wattis just trying to figure out a way to feed it in. Herbert slaps it across. Blockers with the backhand. And denied by Calandra.
Great save by Calandra, but really good off-ball movement by Bakers as well. She fed that ball into the circle and is able to then put herself in a position after passing that ball off. That's the pass and join mentality that you want to see from your attack unit.
And an obstruction will create our first corner opportunity of the game. It will go to the Wildcats. And as the Wildcats set up for their corner, here's Tracy Fuchs, a name very recognizable in the field hockey realm and especially here in New England, former Husky, and the head coach in her 14th season with Northwestern.
Come on in here. Get a coach. Thanks.
Defense for the Terps getting set.
Northwestern very good at executing corners. They have scored 27 of 59 of their goals from corners this season.
Jones tries to flick it. Landreau, nice job, just directs that ball nice and easy. Had a good look at it. Long hit for the Wildcats, trying to work quickly. Bacher's trying to settle in, get through the defense, but a stick hack up top. And it goes back to the Terps. Maryland, the Big Ten regular season co-champions. And they have been ranked in the top 5. This is the type of program Maryland has. Long history in the sport of field hockey. Over 200 weeks in the polls. In the top 5, and you'd have to go back to 1994. Wildcats trying to get the Terps to bite just a little bit. Wainwright trying to break up that play, is not able to. The charge is on for the ball, and a nice effort in coming back for the ball was DeBurdine. Number 16, team captain for the Terps. All-American. Special part of the U.S. under-21 squad as well. Wainwright trying to get some lift on the ball, see if they can't relieve some of the pressure, unable to. Kraus breaks it up. Good recovery by the Wildcats, getting some numbers back, trying to help out. Looking for that big ball. Unable to get it through to Lane Herbert. But it does spin the Terrapins into a deep spot. Here's Danny Van Lutselaar, graduate student from the Netherlands and team captain. First team all Big Ten. Kraus trying to roll up on the ball there. Terrapins had some fun. They took the bus trip up to Connecticut. Verleg gets it ahead. Fun part about social media is DeBurdine saves it, brings it in. Emma looking to eliminate, trying to go end line. Might be a long hit, but it was we were able to follow their ride through from College Park up to Stores. Nothing like that special time with your teammates on the bus, especially when you're still playing at the end of the year.
Agreed. You know, those are the times that you remember, Leah. It's not so much about the wins and losses. It's the time that you spent with your sisters on the bus. And you know, some of these teams did fly, they chartered, but you know, I don't know. There's something to be said about a long bus trip with your team,
with your people.
Yeah.
With your humans.
Yeah.
Northwestern, on the flip side, they decided to fly in from Chicago, went to Boston, and practiced yesterday afternoon at Harvard, or excuse me, Wednesday afternoon at Harvard.
Yep.
And then got settled here in Stores. Get those legs moving again off of that plane ride. Not a long plane ride, but. And then they got into the classroom Thursday morning before coming out to practice to take exams.
Yeah, midterm exams just happened to fall this week as well, so they did have to proctor a couple exams. And you know, that's part of being a student athlete, is wearing multiple hats.
Shayna Daly with chance. Here's Bacher's. Watch out on that backhand. Bacher's whips it around and broken up on the play by Wainwright. Back of the stick used by Bacher's. So it would have been turned away anyways. It would be a hit coming out for Maryland.
Yeah, it looked to me like Bakkers had the ability to pull this ball right, and instead of taking it as far across the cage as she did, could have gotten her feet around and gotten a better shot off.
Benta, number 3 for Northwestern. Journalism major. Said she's not really sure. She wants to write somehow, but not sure exactly how she wants to follow her dream in her career.
Definitely wants to travel, she said. Possible travel journalist.
Love to travel all the time, but unfortunately didn't hit that big jackpot, so we continue on. But this is the second best place to be, no doubt about it. So glad we could be bringing you semifinal action this afternoon. Lisa Kondo, Suzanne Bush, and our entire crew who have done an outstanding job to prepare over the last few days so that we could bring you all the sights and sounds of today's 2 semifinal games. North Carolina winning game number 1 over Penn State, 3-0. And they await the winner of this match. That will be played on Sunday at 1:30 on ESPNU. Just repositioning to the ball where it went out for the long hit, kind of parallel to where it went out. Trying to tip that ball, make something happen. The ball will stay with the Wildcats, and it'll be a long hit again for them. Shannon Daly will take it. Daly, an economics major. Big ball hit into the circle by Zimmer. Bakkers trying to get it. Taken away by the Terps defense. Team action there defensively by Maryland. They're going to bring that ball all the way back. Verleg just trying to be a little bit quick, which there's nothing wrong with that. America East Player of the Year when she was playing with New Hampshire. Came over to Maryland as well. And now a senior for the Terps. Nice lifted ball. And played down nicely by Verleg. Bakkers is down. It's very slow getting up. Trying to get herself back into action. 1 minute to go in the first quarter of play. We are scoreless. Trying to get that ball to the outside to Leah Kraus.
Lots of physicality so far in this first 15 minutes. I've seen a lot of, extra movement by the upper body on some of these players. So emotions running high, physicality ramping up a little bit here.
Lauren Wattis, as DeBurdine took it away there just for a second. If anything, it slows up the defense. Maddie Zimmer puts it back in play. Time for a corner. As the Wildcats were looking for it. Big ball hit to the circle. Oh, nicely done. Verleg poked it away, and that will take it to the end of the first quarter of play. Semi-final game number 2. A chance to play in the national championship game. 1 quarter in the books. Come on back for more after these messages. Nancy Stevens Field, the complex, the George Sherman Sports Complex. Diane Wright-Way. There's Diane, the head coach of UConn. And off to the very left there is Tracy Fuchs, a very young Tracy Fuchs. 81 national champions back 51 years ago. First national championship at the D1 level as recognized by the NCAA. 85, that was the picture of that squad, winning 1 of 5 national championships here for the Huskies. There's Tracy, 3-time All-American, trying to keep warm. Talking about tackling and getting through the defender right now.
Yeah, if there's any player that knows how to be, you know, you got to sell the play a little bit, but you show her she's aggressive.
Tracy Fuchs was a beast on the field back in her day. Honda Broderick winner as well. National Player of the Year.
The list goes on.
US national team. Yeah, and to think, and you made a great point, she was able to sustain the ability to play on the U.S. national squad, and now a big piece of our U.S. coaching staff is Maddie Zimmer trying to make her way towards the goal. We'll get the call for 17 years.
17 years,
17
Leah.
years.
To stay relevant and in hockey shape for that amount of time is unprecedented and I mean, insane.
A stick hack on the outside, and that will provide the Wildcats with their first corner opportunity of this second quarter, second of the game. Let's see if they have any trickery in their book. You know, the scout's so complete, right? You're trying to find that one thing that may be just a little bit different wrinkle.
Well, you know, and you see they've scored 27 of 59 of their goals off penalty corners. They're great at execution. And on that first one, it wasn't Bakkers. Bakkers is normally the striker,
right,
at some capacity when it comes to their APCs. And she didn't take the initial shot the last time, so I wouldn't be surprised if she's involved at some capacity.
It's Lauren Wattis who winds up, big rebound out.
Totally switching up the scouts on us, Leah.
We gotta switch it up. Gotta switch it up. And Wattis has been a big part of this squad, no doubt about it. Now a senior since the onset of joining the Wildcats. She too, an economics major at Northwestern. Tough area to work with if you're the team in purple, and a good job by the Terps, nearly coming away with it. Sophie Clouds. Clouds and teammates trying to figure out how to get this ball into the circle, and it will be just outside the hash. Bakker's just a little bit too far ahead. The ball will go back to Maryland. De Burdine with just a little bit too much aggression there, as you mentioned, a slight push on the play.
Just a little extra contact.
Aaliyah Marshall trying to fend off Van Rutselaar, unable to do so. Clouds thinking about that big ball, decides to go flat, intercepted by Maddie Zimmer. The Burdine fighting hard, but that ball will go back to the Wildcats. Bacher trying to slide it into the circle. Here's Zimmer.
A lot of back and forths, Leah. You know, with the first 5 minutes, Maryland really controlled the tempo, but you know, the second quarter, it's all been between the 25s. Yes. A lot of back and forth, some good cuts to the ball, some good 50-50 balls that have been intercepted.
Leah Kraus doing a nice job to save that one in there, eliminating Zimmer. Trying to slide back through. Look at Leah Kraus go. Skubish is there. Loose ball in front, hand is up. Ball is free. That's the key piece, right? Got to keep that ball free and open.
Yeah, you know, and Skubish did a really good job. You actually saw her scooting back on her pads to keep herself from going on top of that ball, because that would have been a stroke call had she stopped the ball under her pads. But a heads-up play by Skubish to make sure that she continued to kind of scooch her way backwards toward the goal.
Maddie Zimmer with a big ball in, as she will now take a break from the game. Well-deserved. Katie Jones coming into the game for the Wildcats, number 15. A hard-fought defensive battle. Again, if you joined us late, these two teams, for as much history as they have, which is over 30 meetings, have never played in the NCAA tournament. 11 of the last 12 have been decided by 1 goal. And 4 of those games, as you see the series history there, 4 of those games have been decided in overtime. Hand is up for that corner call, held whistle. The Terps, which is crazy to think of with their rich history in tournament play and as a program, come in as the 3 seed, have not won a national championship since 2011. Northwestern, the reigning national champion. And what a game they played a year ago against Liberty in Michigan on a cold Sunday, where they held on for a 2-0 victory for their first national championship. Quite a run by the Wildcats. They were really recognized. They were the top cats in the city of Chicago all year long. We're throwing out first pitches at Cubs games and White Sox games. Tracy Fuchs was making the run around, and Tracy Fuchs was a huge Rangers fan growing up in New York, actually out on the island, but has since become a huge Blackhawks fan. So it was great to see for the sport of field hockey that they were running around with that national championship trophy and really recognized nicely. There you see, going back to national champions since 2015. What a great run by Syracuse back in 2015. They beat Carolina and Michigan 4-2. That was an awesome run. You saw Delaware there. Some new names and new faces moving into the mix.
And we've really seen the last couple of years, Leah, the emergence of the Big Ten. And it's not just one team or 2 teams, it's the entire conference. You know, 3 out of 4 teams, and we're gonna have an aggressive play there.
Aggressive play calls for a corner. Corner does not have to be called inside the circle. If the umpire feels that it was aggressive enough, you saw it on the play there. Chris Portier making the signal for the corner call.
Katie Jones not happy with that. You see Katie Jones just really stick hacking. She hooked the stick of the player of Maryland to try and go after that ball, getting that corner call.
Jones, a member of the U18 English national team. As the Terps set up here, key pieces on the strike. Obviously, you can keep an eye on number 1, Danny Van Rutselaar up top. And Riley Donnelly, see her feet squared, number 22. Let's see how they set it up here. It's Donnelly. Relay could not get anything on it. Soft pass to the outside. Looking for that big ball ahead. And nicely done and picked up there. Morris Adams with the breakup on the play. And Erica, Big Ten Freshman of the Year, number 8. For the Terps. Really doing a good job breaking up that play. That's one thing about these two teams. They are relentless if they get the ball taken away from them, recovering and trying to help out, get that ball back quickly.
Yeah, a lot of foot speed on both sides of the ball today.
Zimmer's mom, Zimmer carrying the ball right now. Her mom, Erin, was an All-American at William & Mary. And Maddie looking ahead to blockers. Oh, she couldn't control it. Had she controlled it, Suzanne, she would have been right there.
Yeah, she had a lot of space and a lot of opportunity to take that ball.
Hey, organize this.
You're outside. Your girl's outside.
Wainwright taking that hit. Member of the U21 squad. Number of players as both teams. A little pushing there. Wildcats able to sustain possession. There's a lot of youth coming up for our national team, and especially that U21 area for the United States.
Well, and Leah, you have to give a lot of credit, to these 4 coaches. They're developing players left and right to be able to participate, and the National Rise program. There's a lot of opportunities now for players to play club and to come up through the ranks. But a lot of the national team players and the U21 players are continuing to be developed into better international players because of the 4 coaches that we've gotten to see this weekend.
And those 2 coaches, well, actually all 4 coaches at one time or another were a part of the U.S. national program. Tracy Fuchs recently named the assistant coach as this ball by Bockers knocked ahead for our U.S. squad was Fuchs. Bockers decides to try to have that big ball in. She could have carried it in. She had some room to do that. Decided to go big ball and cross it.
Well, and it was well read, too, by Erica Morris-Adams, the co-freshman of the year for the Big Ten. Just composed. When you have Benta Bockers coming at you, trying to crash in and tackle Benta Bockers is not going to get the job done. So, hats off to Erica Morris-Adams for just being composed, hanging back, waiting for Benta to make her move, and she just goes for the straight shot. All Erica Morris has to do is put her stick down flat, gets that ball.
Northwestern came in with a 19-4 record, 5-3 in the Big Ten. They started their season with us up in New England, Big Ten ACC Challenge, and really had a solid couple of weeks because of the school differential in starting. Played up at Maine, but ran into a few bumps there early. Here's Zimmer trying to run up on the ball. Ran into a few bumps. Had a big sit-down meeting, kind of got their thoughts back together.
Yeah, the second weekend of October, they faced Rutgers, and they came away from that saying, this is not the team that we are. This is not Wildcat hockey. And they regrouped, and they just looked themselves in the mirror. And from that game, they've just turned it around. They've been a different team. They've gelled. They hashed out whatever issues they were having, and it's been a different program since that game.
Absolutely. Terps as well. They were also in New England that weekend, which was a great weekend for the sport of field hockey, and the Red Sox made it field hockey day at Fenway Park. All these coaches, both coaches were there for that, even though Tracy Fuchs is a huge, it's hard to say in these parts of the country, she's a huge Yankee fan, but she really enjoyed the time at Fenway as well for field hockey day. And the Terps went through corner, here we have it. Terps went through their tough time as well, though finishing 7-1 and winning the regular season outright. Towards the end of the season, as we take a look at how the corner came about.
Cornelius doing a good job getting that obstruction through the legs of the defender. Nice one.
They had 3 players that went down with injuries. Hope Rose, obviously, Riley Donnelly, Emma DeBurdine. And so this is really the first time in a while that they have been healthy and ready to rock and roll.
At full strength.
So Aaliyah Marshall getting ready to insert. Keep an eye on her for a possible tip. Oh, a misplay up top.
And off the foot, yeah.
My goodness. Don't see that happen a lot.
Yeah, Kayla Blast, one of the best stick stoppers in the country. Usually pretty solid there, but just a missed trap, bounced off her foot.
This will be some good positioning here for Leah Kraus on the insert. Lawn trying to work herself in, can't do it, so it will be a long hit. A little bit too far ahead, bringing that ball. They'll have to bring it back inside the 25, back parallel where the infraction was.
Now, like this move, you see DeBurdine running off the ball to allow Verleg to take that ball, get numbers up even more so.
Kraus outmaneuvered herself on that play. Good stick work by Leah, though. Here's Zimmer on Kraus.
Good thinking.
Step by step. Crossing ball, oh, and no one was there. And that will do it. 2 quarters in the books here in semifinal game number 2. A defensive struggle. Northwestern and Maryland. They've been decided by 1 goal before. Could it be the same? Come on back for more at halftime after these messages. Leah Secondo and Suzanne Bush with you as it's really been a defensive battle. I don't think either one of us, we thought there would be some scoring, but gosh, the defense has been so scrappy.
Yeah, lots of play between the 25s. It's been back and forth and back and forth. Neither team really shooting the lights out yet. We'll have to see what kind of adjustments these 2 coaches make coming into the second half.
Really hungry, either one of them, to go on and have the opportunity, obviously, to play against North Carolina in the national championship game. Christina Calandra, boy, she has stepped out and really tried to deny the angles on the Wildcats.
Yeah, she's notched 2 saves so far this game. Again, not a whole lot of offense for either team, but Christine Calandra coming up with a pair of clutch saves.
Let's take a look at some of the attacking positives, right? We're trying to find some sort of success rate, some sort of offensive positive in the circle. Pretty mirrored image on there, just can't find the back of the net.
Yeah, you know, both teams having the opportunities within the 25. They've both gotten a few opportunities out of those circle penetrations, but again, we are still scoreless. It's going to be a close one today.
Northwestern looking for back-to-back national championships in 2021. The first time they were crowned national champions. Michigan against Liberty. Scoreless through 2 quarters, Aaliyah Marshall, and then the most outstanding player of the championship, Maddie Zimmer, with 3rd quarter goals. The Wildcat defense in front of Skubish was absolutely incredible, only allowing 3 shots to the offensive power in Liberty, and the pylon was on because Northwestern would hold on to win their first national championship 2-0. There's Tracy Fuchs, hoping she'll have the opportunity not only to do it where she was at Michigan as a former assistant coach, but back here at Storrs this year, where she played in the mid to late 80s.
Yeah, 3-time All-American here for the Huskies. It's a very full circle moment for Coach, and I know a lot of these Northwestern players really carry that in their hearts, like, hey, we got to win this one for Coach specifically.
So third quarter action as we get underway. Carolina waiting to see who they will play in Sunday's championship game. The Tar Heels looking for national championship number 10, which would set them apart in the group as most national championships. Old Dominion also has 9 right now. The Terps with 8, and then the UConn Huskies with 5. Big high ball flying pressure. We imagine we would see lots of substitutions here in the third quarter, trying to keep legs fresh. Maddie Zimmer trying to keep that ball alive for her teammates on the offensive attack. As we start this third quarter of play, and Maryland in possession of the ball. Let's revisit your blueprints for the Terps.
Yeah, you know, contesting every shot. They've done a really good job. They've only allowed 2 shots on frame by Northwestern out of their 4 total shots. You know, they're doing a really good job containing inside the circle. You know, and with their space in the attacking third, you know, that's something to be desired at this point. They really controlled the first 5 to 7 minutes of the game. They allowed that space within the circle, and they dictated play. But since then, Northwestern disrupting them. So, you know, that's something that they're going to look more toward is their attacking third, and how are they getting positives with that space and off-ball movement.
Moving that ball back to the outside as Wildcats look to patiently set up where they want to put this ball. The Terps now really looking for some overplay. And a nice job stepping up. Ana Medina Garcia. Garcia with a key goal. Bakers winds up. Boy, she kind of hooks and winds up, and you know, you don't want to be in the way of that ball.
You do not want to be in the way of that ball. And you know, she actually gets her feet in really good position quickly. When she went to take that ball, I was like, there's no way she's going to get a good shot off with the way her feet are positioned, but she finds a way to make it work.
Clouds. The Burdine, and the race is on. Emma trying to get to the middle of the field. Nice job. Terps trying to get some numbers ahead. That's the reason for the pullback there, just a little bit by Hope Rose. The control that Hope Rose has in command of that ball. Van Rutselaar with the backhander.
And that was a great opportunity there, and it all started with Hope Rose and how she pulled the ball out wide to transfer the ball laterally to find a new pocket. While the Northwestern defense was shifting, they were able to then find Van Rutselaar inside the circle to get that shot off. That's what Maryland wants to do, have that space inside the circle to cut into, and that was perfectly executed. Obviously the shot a little off kilter, but still a good opportunity for the Terps.
Absolutely. Hope Rose missing 5 games this season. And for Hope Rose, you think about where she still led the team in goals with 14. Had she been healthy, would have certainly been one of the top scorers in the country. Former freshman of the year in the Big Ten a year ago. Van Rutselaar working hard. Dangerous, dangerous. That'll come all the way back out where that hit was taken by Shayna Daly. The umpires will be lenient and let that ball go if there aren't players in the space for danger. Certainly that was quite evident as the ball will go back the other way. Wattis now to Bakker. She's got some room, some good spacing there. Nice defense. Van Rutselaar trying to weave out of traffic with some Wildcats hanging on her. Wattis pokes it away. Van Rutselaar being aggressive, with a hand on the body there. Well, they warn you once, they warn you twice. You move the ball in the wrong direction too quick, and it's going to go the opposite way. And that is what happened on that play. They're giving the Terps back the ball. Speed of Maddie Zimmer. Going down the Maas behind. Bakker keeps going. She has an opportunity to deflect that. She kind of held up a little bit.
Yeah. But I like the switch up there from Maddie Zimmer to just go ahead and hit the big ball up the spine. Instead of trying to work the ball around the outside, switch it up a little bit.
We may have our first card of this game. We're giving 5, and I believe it will be on Hope Rose as she makes her way over to the sidelines. Rose holding back on Cloud. So yes, definitely a green card there to Hope Rose, number 19 in white for Maryland, picking up the card. So the Wildcats here with the player advantage. Let's see how they utilize it.
Northwestern now with 2 minutes to play a player up.
Clock can't click fast enough right now for Hope Rose to get back out onto the field for the Terrapins.
You heard the crowd go wild there, Leah, but honestly, those were just 2 aggressive players going for the same ball. That was incidental contact, a no call from the officials, play on situation.
Good held whistle and an opportunity here. Maddie Zimmer trying to ignite her team just to work a little bit quicker here. Off the restart. He awarded a long hit. It's the urgency. I'm kind of a little surprised the pace right now.
It's not what I think we expected, Leah. You know, we saw a very frenetic pace in our game 1 between UNC and Penn State. I think we were expecting more of the same, but it's much more possessive. It's slower pace today than you or I had envisioned.
Teams are at even strength. Hope Rose going right out to the field. Bakker's also flying back in right now. Somebody's got to pick her up as she's coming off the bench. The ball will go the opposite way. Sometimes the most dangerous players coming off the bench on the fly, darting right to the goal.
Well, they say, Leah, the ball always finds you when you come off the bench, too, so you better be prepared to receive.
Wainwright doing a nice job just fighting off the defense. Wainwright got her feet around, but right into Northwestern's hands. Hope Rose. Got to bring it back out. Unfortunate. I thought she was pretty close to where it happened, but they bring it back out. That's the last thing you want to do, kind of slow everything down and let the defense set back up.
Well, and that's why you're seeing the ball get moved back, transferred around the bowl.
Broken up just a little bit on the play there by Bakers to slow the pace down. Again, let the defense set back up. Wattis comes back in, number 2. That's a great spin move out of it. Verleg. Wainwright. Here's Kraus. Inching ever so closer. Bringing it back out.
Here's a player that Maryland, I know, would love to get involved in the game is BB Donrad. We haven't called her name.
We have not called
at all.
Donrat wearing that face mask. Also one of the team captains. Member of the all-tournament team twice in the NCAAs.
She's been a fixture for the Terps. Starting fixture all 5 years. Big Ten Freshman of the Year. Led the Terps last year with 13 goals, 33 points. She's been a fantastic player for the Terps.
BB hanging out right now on that far post. Held whistle was up, taken off as Kraus was eliminated. Debordine will collect in the ball. Now think about maybe moving it to the opposite side. Riley Donnelly says, no, we're going to go back to Wainwright. Leah Kraus with that big ball in. Look out, the big slapping shot by Hope Rose. It trickles around. Hope Rose says it went over the line. It went over the line, and they're saying no, no.
So Hope Rose is signaling that that should be a stroke because in her mind, that ball was protected from crossing the goal line intentionally with the body of a defender that wasn't the goalkeeper.
All right, so when it came up and came off funny and hit off the hand of the stick.
Yeah, off Shannon Daly, but that looked
more of a corner.
Yeah, that looked like a corner to me, not a stroke opportunity.
Anna playing with the call. So if she stops it, a different thing, if she stops it with the body, denying goal differently, coming up off the body like that, right?
Yeah, she went with her stick, but it did bounce up, and so that's where the corner call was. If she had intentionally put her foot out to stop that ball, that's when it would have been a stroke.
Corner opportunity, here's Rose. Long rebound out, second chance opportunity, third one, it's laying out there. And it'll be a hit coming out the defense for the Wildcats.
Yeah, that was off the body of a player in Maryland. That was ping-ponging all around. Maryland, though, able to notch 3 shots there in that sequence.
Bakers trying to figure out exactly where she would like to go with that ball. Looking up, trying to thread it through to Zimmer, but Wright is there. Takes it away. Wildcats with the side in.
That was a great read there by Aaliyah Marshall. You saw her come crashing in to try and break up that ball to Margot Lawn.
Ouch! Right into Lawn. She'll hobble off the field. Dangerous, right into
Never
her.
feels good, Leah, but when it's cold like this, that ball stings even more.
Third quarter winding down. Right? We talk about playing shoulder to shoulder and marking. Sometimes you wait for that opportunity to mark a little bit tighter into the circle, but these two teams, knowing the athleticism of their opponent, not taking any chances at all. And another card distributed here, and it'll be a 2 minutes green card. Chloe Relford. So 2 minutes.
Yep.
And that will carry over to the fourth quarter of play. So the Terps with the advantage here for 12 seconds. Held whistle. Got to bring that ball back out, does Bakers, and not enough time on the clock. 3 quarters in the books. Semifinal game number 2. The winner will take on Carolina in the national championship. Hold on, get the popcorn, sit on down, get that cup of tea to keep warm, and be back for the fourth quarter after these messages. Wildcats with the pass back. They are playing shorthanded here to start this fourth quarter.
Oh, you hate to see Margot Lawn get carted off the field as a senior the way she just did.
Long hit for the Terps. Looking for that ball. Right. Try to set it back into play. Big ball coming across. Goes back to the Wildcats.
You talk about a great two-way player. Lauren Wattis has impressed me so much. You see her really push up on the attack, but she plays a great defensive game as well. She's been just a critical, steady piece of Northwestern. And what a fantastic opportunity for Erin Chris.
Erin Chris is a great story. Those field hockey sticks are made only for righties. There is no lefty stick in field hockey, unlike ice hockey. So you notice that every time number 7 plays the ball, and the way she holds her stick, it's always in the reverse mode, which is really tough.
It is tough, but it adds a lot of versatility to the game that Chris plays. And so it's always really fun as a righty to watch a lefty play because it looks so different and unique. But she gets some great versatility and great opportunities on her backhand, which is technically her forehand, and a great opportunity there by Halsey to get that corner call for Northwestern.
Yeah, Peyton Halsey working step for step with Bette Bakers. It was Halsey in the second round with a big goal off of a stroke for the second time these two teams met in the Big Tens in the semifinals. So as Maryland puts on the gear, we are back to even strength. Again, keep an eye on top for the strikers for Northwestern. 2 and 3. Wattis and Bakers. But you never know. It could go to number 6, Peyton Halsey.
I was going to say, don't count out Peyton Halsey either in that L1 position.
And Aaliyah Marshall on a possible tip after she inserts here. Bakers with a strike and a score! The Wildcats on the board.
Well, Leah, we hadn't seen a Bockers straight shot off an APC yet this afternoon, but we see it on that one, and you know what, Leah? She connects, and we've got a 1-0 game in favor of the Cats. Bockers just doing a really good job finding that close post. A fantastic sweep off the stick side.
24th of the season for Benta. First team all Big Ten. And it's a 1-goal game.
And Leah, when we were talking with Tracy Fuchs, she said, I want my team at this point to be at 25% execution rate. Well, you know what, Coach? That was 1 for 4. 25% it is so far today.
The Wildcats are 12-3 on the year in 1-goal games. Maryland 9-2 in 1-goal games. And some work to be had here with 12-12 to go in this contest.
Still a lot of time left for this Maryland team.
Mason Mahar, his wheels are turning right now. Thinking about the game plan. Has great faith in her very deep Terrapin squad. Verleg goes to Kraus on the outside. Little hesitation there to Burdine. Up ahead. Riley Donnelly will retrieve the ball. The number's just not there. And she'll restart it. Poked away by Bockers. Bockers doesn't give her 5, but stays off the play wisely. Kraus plays it down, and it'll be hit coming out.
Well, Leah, you and I had talked about the pace of the game, just kind of feeling sluggish compared to what we expected from these two teams.
Yes.
I really think that Maryland now is going to put their foot on the gas. They're going to pump up that sense of urgency. They want to continue momentum. They started to build it. They got 3 shots here in the end of the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter. You feel the momentum shift, and even though they're down a goal, they're going to crank up that sense of urgency a little bit more. I think we're going to see more come out of Maryland yet.
Donrat trying to work herself around and unable to get any type of momentum off of that shot. Here's BB, she's got her feet around this time. Kraus trying to force that corner call, and she does. Leah Kraus working hard, take a low 5 from DeBurdine.
And again, getting BB Donrat involved in the game here in the second half. Feeds the ball into Leah Kraus to find that corner call.
Third corner opportunity for the Terps. Ever so important piece with the clock stopped and the Terrapins. As Kraus slides up now. Was it a decoy? It was. Oh, and a miscue once again off the top. And it'll be hit coming out.
And that's a big missed opportunity for Maryland. Just a miscue there. Off Victor's stick. You saw, I think she was trying to get that over to Von Rutzelaar and just couldn't flick her stick enough over in that direction.
That ball was deflected, so it will stay with the Wildcats. Shannon Donnelly was thinking about taking, now going ahead. Lass, fifth year, will take it.
Talk about a player with a bright future, Kayla Blash. She was such a pleasure to speak with yesterday. Said all she wants to do post-graduation is serve and help. She wants to go into the Naval Academy, and be a helicopter pilot to do search and rescue.
Has already applied. We were both taken back. We were like, well, what do you mean? You want to serve? Like, what do you want to do? And her teammates were kind of nudging her. She was A little bit shy
Very
about
humble
telling us.
about
Very
it.
humble about telling us about it. Parents both first responders. Interesting path.
Yeah,
Kudos to her.
incredible.
Maryland has outscored opponents in the fourth quarter of the season 25-9. Looking for number 26 here to keep their season alive. Rain White. Big ball ahead.
Great stick there by Emma DeBurdine.
Burdine trying to tackle back. You see some flash of some speed as Maddie Zimmer putting on the Jets. Maddie in the circle, rips a shot. Oh, what a save by Calandra. My goodness. Christina coming up big.
You want to talk about two players with some serious foot speed. Emma DeBurdine trying to put some tackle pressure on Maddie Zimmer. And Zimmer gets a great shot off there, but wow, Christina Calandra coming up with a clutch save.
Little flick inside the circle. Ebert trying to make something happen. It will be a long hit. Clock's starting to be the Wildcats' friend. Maybe a little bit more methodical on every opportunity here. And a great job on the back check by Katie Jones. Jones trying to figure out, a lot of hacking going on. .6:44 to go. Terps trying to mount an attack. Trying to keep their season alive. The winner will take on North Carolina Sunday, 1:30 for the national championship. Will it be Northwestern going after their second consecutive, or will it be the Maryland Terrapins going after their first national championship since 2011, and making it to the finals for the 15th time? Hold on the backside. Kraus now in possession. She's crafty. She will bring it back. Verleg. Up to Bibi Donrat. Bibi. Held whistle. Held whistle. No, nope, just outside the circle, coming in. So in that hash area, she's got to go 5 before she can come in the circle. This is the pullback, brings it in. Long hit for the Terps. Now trying to work a little bit harder. Under 5 minutes to go.
Yeah, I keep looking at Missy Maharg to see, is she gonna send that extra field player, but there is no inclination that she's ready to do that yet.
DeBurdine has it knocked away. The ball will go back to Northwestern. Bakers, no numbers ahead. Now they do, but pulling it back. Under 4 to play in the game. Certainly where the ball is right now, very difficult for Maryland to make that move.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to pull your keeper with Northwestern knocking at their attacking third door here.
Van Rutselaar. Oh, and it got caught up in her feet. It'll come back the opposite way. Northwestern taking as much time as they possibly can.
Yeah, every second that they possess the ball,
It's got to go after.
smartly, yeah.
Maryland's got to go after. Hope Rose trying to make a turnover. Getting those numbers up the field for Maryland, ever so important right now, but they've got to get possession of the ball.
Just smart possession here by Northwestern to allow these valuable seconds to tick off the clock.
Under 3 to go. And is this the charge? Oh, Van Rutselaar is taken away from Bakers, but back. Nice job and tackle by Donrat. Thank you. Missy Mahar wants to make the change now. And the call is on. So Calandra out.
Time is out. No.
And here comes Klutz on the field. She has been instructed where to go in that circle to be that extra player. The aerial is in, but knocked off and knocked on the play. Great job by Cornelius.
And again, Northwestern just taking their time.
Blockers has some room.
It's an open cage, Leah.
Relford, and here we go. And the put away, the insurance goal for Northwestern, and the celebration is on.
And if you're Northwestern, that's exactly what you wanted, was a fast break opportunity, a 2v1, a quick elimination, and another score in the back of the goal cage for the Cats. Now it's a big, tough, insurmountable lead for Maryland. See Bakers, a good selfless play there. Over to Relford to put that ball away.
For Relford, just her 3rd goal of the year. How special is that? Icing the victory, sealing the fate here. Held whistle should come in for the Terps. Nice job by Chloe Relford. Settle that ball right in, and boy, that net must have looked enormous as she put that ball on her forehand.
Those are sometimes the hardest shots when you see a big
Whoa,
ball.
check that! It's 2-1 thanks to Emma DeVerdine. Hold on!
Emma
Don't break the
DeVerdine,
Terps off yet!
she said, "I'm not giving up yet, coach." She just put herself in a fantastic position to get that 45 ball coming back at her. All she has to do is one touch that finds the far post. And it's now a 1-goal game yet again.
Here we go. Extra player, remember, is still on the field. That extra field player.
Well, we knew it couldn't be a 2-goal game,
No,
Leah, based
no.
on what we've known about these two teams and their matchups.
Under a minute to go. Is this the last run for the Terps? Getting those numbers ahead. Klutz trying to take it in the circle. No numbers on the ball. Van Rutselaar. Corner. It's a corner on a hack. 37 seconds to go in the hard work by Maryland.
Leah, clearly they were listening to us when we said the pace of play was a little lackluster compared to what we were expecting, because this 4th quarter has been so much action. What fun hockey in this fourth quarter have we seen?
This will be the best opportunity right now, this moment, for the Terps on the set piece.
Go, Maryland!
DeBurdine will insert.
It's ice water veins time, Leah.
Vedwood-Salar with the shot. It's hanging there. And a hit going out. The Terrapins asking for a review on the play.
So you see the straight shot there. Is the ball wedged under her pads? That's the question at hand. You saw DeBurdine again motion for the stroke.
Caitlin Makovic is our review official, and she is waiting to hear exactly what has been called from Ayanna McLean on the field to be relayed to her to take a look at in the review area.
All right, Ayanna, so I have you having the ball coming out, but we're looking to see if the ball was being covered by the goalkeeper. Perfect.
If it's covered, you know what that means. We're going to have some fun with a possible stroke.
We don't even need hand warmers for this, Leah. Just rub your hands together, chomping at the bit. This is so much fun. This is why we love sports so much. So right there, the ball was definitely free, but you see
You lose it for a second.
Yeah.
And if you lose it and it's lodged and it's unplayable, we would go to a stroke. This is a good angle.
Yeah, this might be a better look for us to see. Again, there's the initial stop. The ball's in front. But not even the defender can go in and get the ball either, which makes me think that it might be lodged. However, the call on the field is that it's a free hit coming out. It has to be absolutely conclusive in order to overturn this call. And so from both of those angles, you know, we were shielded to see whether or not that ball was lodged underneath the pads. So, you know, for these two looks, Leah, in my opinion, it's going to be tough to overturn.
Caitlin Makovic on your left side of your split screen there, looking to evaluate. She has a call.
Ayanna, there's no clear reason to change your call, so they are going to lose their referral and you're going to restart with a 16.
Good attempt by Maryland.
Yeah.
Because it would have set up a whole different scenario, and you might as well use it.
Yeah, and you know, again, it could have been lodged, but based on what we saw, you can't overturn that call from those angles.
So 22 seconds. The clock is going to start here on the officials.
Yes.
Whistle.
Whistle.
So, you know, that could take off a little bit more time. No hurry. Clock's running.
You saw Missy Mahark motioning to her team. Everybody get up in the circle, push up forward, get numbers in the circle.
Here it is in the circle. Collision at a corner with 1 second to go in the game. And this time, Northwestern wants to take a look at it, saying the play was a little bit too physical there. It should be a hit going out.
Come on, Scott.
So that to me just looks like two players going for the ball, Leah. You know, trying to receive the ball. There was an obstruction, in my opinion, there to call the corner call.
All right, so you have a foot, that's why you call the corner, and we're looking. Okay. Okay, well we're gonna take a look and see if there's anything coming out before. Gotcha.
Okay, so just as we thought, you know, if it's a foot, it's going out. The other way, then an opportunity.
So it ping-ponged around a little bit.
Yeah. Just two players aggressively going at the ball right here.
Yeah, they're looking to see whose foot it went off first. Again, the call on the field is a corner.
1 second to go in the game. The winner will move on to take on Carolina on Sunday. Will the Terps have that opportunity? Or will it be in favor of the Wildcats? Here we go.
Ayana, there's no clear reason to change your call, so it's going to be a corner, and they will lose a referral.
How about that? So one last opportunity here for the corner. The clock does not restart on a corner, so there will be 1 second left in play. The biggest moment in the season for the Maryland Terrapins.
And they will continue to play until the ball is either a goal or over the end line or outside of the circle. So if another corner is called, even if there's no time on the clock, they will play another corner.
Correct. It will repeat again. That trap up top has to work this time for Maryland to continue. Play on. Big swipe and deflected up over the top. And that will do it. Northwestern headed back to the national championship game for the second consecutive year.
What a game. The first 3 quarters, it was all about the defense. The intensity just ramped up, though. In the 4th quarter, Northwestern finds the back of the cage twice off a goal from Bakers and then an assist from Bakers under Relford. DeBurdine then answers with another goal for Maryland. I mean, the 4th quarter was absolutely action-packed, but Northwestern's heading back to the title game on Sunday.
Take a look at our bracket. North Carolina, 3-0 over Penn State. What a game once again. Now 12 of the last 13 decided by 1 goal between Northwestern and Maryland. Do the Wildcats have it in them for back-to-back national championships? We are going to find out on Sunday, 1:30 on ESPNU. That's going to wrap up a full day of field hockey from Storrs, Connecticut. So glad you could join us. For our entire awesome crew, my colleague Suzanne Bush, we'll see you Sunday, 1:30 for the national championship.